This is file number 26156FY, People versus Kaye Ruth. That's you?
Yes.
And we've met. You're here with your lawyer, Rhonda Ives. Let me look at your actual complaint. The allegation is that you were in the city of Sturgis on January 30th and you did possess methamphetamine. We get lots of those, as in dozens of them. It's a felony punishable by up to 10 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $15,000. Chief Assistant Prosecutor Joshua Robert is here. Mr. Robert, what's the status here?
The offer is for the defendant to plead to use of methamphetamine. The felony charge would be dismissed.
Let's talk about that, Ms. Ruth. Possession of methamphetamine, you heard me say this earlier, it's upside down. Possessing is a more serious charge than using it. But like the young woman that was charged with using cocaine, using methamphetamine is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. You may be eligible for probation under section 7411. I don't know that yet.
Looks
We'll
like
find
she's a
out.
prior 7411 probation for
Does
use
she?
of a controlled substance.
I was gonna run it. She has a prior 7411. She also has $480 worth of unpaid fines. So I probably will set this for maybe a pre-sentence to get more information. At any rate, Ms. Ruth, it's being dismissed from a felony to a misdemeanor. Do you understand?
Yes.
Other than that, did anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this?
No.
And you have also signed your a waiver of your advice of rights. You understand you're giving those up by entering this plea?
Yes.
Again in 22. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need some help here. All right. Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this charge?
No.
I promise you anything?
No.
Or you got arrested by the Sturgis Police Department on January 19th? Is that true? In the right case? Yeah, January 19th. No, that's your birthday.
No.
January 30th. This happens a lot. You're in a car with no headlight or missing a headlight, which they'll always pull you over. You were in with Benjamin Hopkins and you were a passenger in that car.
Yes.
You had no valid warrants. They did a drug search. Did you have some methamphetamine in your possession?
I think, Your Honor, she was going to admit that she had been using.
All right, had you been using, there were pipes and baggies. Had you been using earlier that day?
Yes.
All right. This goes back to 2009 and then again in 2022. So you must have been clean between 9 and 22. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be here for some period of time. Then looks like you got sucked back in 22. I don't know what you've been doing between 2022 and now, but I want to find out. That felony charge of methamphetamine and R&O was reduced to lying to police officers. You were given a fine that you never paid, $330, and you have an earlier no proof of insurance. So you got a break on the felony, reduced to a misdemeanor, then you didn't pay the fine. You previously had a 7411, so I can't give you another one. One option is to just leave you in jail till the snow melts sometime in July. What are you doing now?
I get Social Security because I have juvenile vesicles, which is macular degeneration. So I have a fixed income. I don't,
Do you understand if you go to jail for more than 30 days, you'll lose your Social Security disability? You have to reapply and start all over again?
Yeah, I'm usually fine.
Where do you live?
In Three Rivers,
Who do you live with?
my mother.
All right, is Mr. Hopkins still in the picture?
We haven't really discussed very much. I don't know if we're allowed to have contact, so.
I don't think you're prohibited from it, but
You weren't
if I
sure,
gave you
so
a
we
test
just-
right now, what would it show?
Negatives.
Well, let's find out. Laura, would you ask Autumn to help me? We're gonna do a test right now and see whether you are negative since January 30th. That'll be a good start. I've gotta ask, who was your probation officer previously?
It's been so many years, I have no idea. I was like 19.
That was in circuit court. I don't know, in 22,
I didn't,
you weren't on probation?
no,
Okay,
I've only had probation once and I got off a year early. I don't have a sub.
if you're gonna be positive, just tell me now. It'll save a lot of time. I'm not gonna lock you up. I just wanna know whether you're still using now.
I don't think that it'll be positive, but it might be faintly positive.
When did you last use?
When I had first gotten out. Maybe it was the second day of being out or something like that, but after that, I haven't.
All right, we'll find out. Anything else be in there, marijuana?
No, I don't drink, I don't know.
Well, you need this like absolutely nothing. All right, let's find a date. Miss Ives gonna be gone for a while, so we're gonna have to set this out a bit.
I'm here quite a bit in March.
Give me well, if I need a pre-sentence. What, you're gone starting when?
I'm gone like that last full week of March, Your Honor, like March 30th through probably about the 7th or 8th of April. My wedding date's the 4th, but I'm here throughout March.
Well, there's another factor percolating around out there. I guess I better do this sooner rather than later. How about March 23rd at 11? Does that work for you?
Your Honor, I could make 11:30 a.m. work. Does that work? I have one thing at 10 a.m. and I should
And
be
where's
finished
that?
in Branch County. It'll be
Uh,
done by 11.
It won't. I'll end up missing lunch.
Okay.
How about Wednesday, March 25th at 11?
Yes, Your Honor, that'll be fine. Wednesday, March 25th at 11 a.m.
It is a condition of your bond that you take a test upon demand of any police or probation officer or judge. I'm gonna get a test right now to see whether we're still using and what we need to do. I'm also gonna set this for sentence with a pre-sentence. 3, 25, 26.
What about your mom? What about your mom?
Yeah, I don't know. I have a phone, which is.
All right, I want you to go out with the officer and we're gonna do a hearing test with our magistrate, see what's in it. And then you're to not use any controlled substances or drink any alcohol.
15.
And I will see you after you set up your appointment for a pre-sentence investigation report. You've also got $480 worth of unpaid fines and costs, including the last felony that was reduced to a misdemeanor. So I can wipe that out with jail time. And as I said, if you get more than 30 days in jail, you lose your benefits. And so we'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, I have 20/800 in my left eye and 20/600 in my right.
I don't know what that means, but
It's like hand length in front of you for my left,
okay.
so it's hard for me to focus my eyes.
then you don't need to be using methamphetamine. You go with the agent, and we'll take a test and see what we're dealing with.
Yes, this is your notice showing that you need
So you
to.
need to take that out to the counter when she's done with you.
So you gotta go to the counter and take this, but this shows our date, come back to court, okay?
Okay.
We're also gonna give you are we doing a PSI on this case?
Yes. Well, no, that'll be the date of the sentence. They'll give her an appointment to discuss it with the probation officer prior to
Yeah.
that date.
Nope, you take a drug test, and you're gonna go to that office at the end of the hall, okay?
Today's the 17th of February. If she used just after January 1st, January 30th, she should be negative. My fear is that she's not.